You know we love summer all along coastal Delmarva, and nothing says summer like a perfect, ripe, juicy tomato. And here to talk tomatoes are our friends Helene Harris with the historic Lewes Farmers Market and Lenore Brady with the
Stag Run Farm.
Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Now, you guys have an event coming up with historic Lewes Farmers Market. Helene, tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, it's going to be August 5th at George H.P. Smith Park at our regular Saturday market, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. We want everybody to come out. It's the 15th year we've done a tomato festival, and we're celebrating our favorite fruit. And also we're celebrating National Farmers Market Week, which is August 6th to August 12th, and that's what we do to celebrate that week.
Perfect. So you're kind of kicking it all off with this tomato festival.
Right. It's going to be a great day. We're going to start with the biggest tomato at market contest, and we encourage people to bring their biggest tomato. Public welcome, farmers welcome. You can bring your tomato between 8 and 9:45 a.m. We're going to judge at 10, okay? And there's first, second, third, and fourth prize ribbons, really nice ribbons. And then we're also doing something that's a real customer favorite, guess the number of tomatoes in the jar.
Oh, fun.
That's from 8 to 11 a.m. A lot of kids like to do it. That's going to be near the information tent, and the person who gets closest or actually guesses the number of tomatoes gets $100 gift certificate to Heirloom Restaurant in Lewes.
Ooh. Now, do you remember maybe what the biggest tomato you've seen so far is in that biggest tomato contest?
Oh, wow. What was it?
What was that? We won for the last 2 years.
Congratulations.
Our farm, Stag Run Farm. And we start prepping for this right away. We're on it. The biggest one that we have is called a Virginia Sweet. Happens to be the one in the middle there. That's very low in acid, excellent heirloom tomato.
Yeah. So we keep saying heirloom tomato. Is that something that maybe people think they see a lot of, but maybe it's actually not as common as you might think? What is the heirloom tomato?
Well, the heirloom tomato is an old school tomato that is passed down over the years and over the families and over the farms. It is something that we cherish the seeds of the heirloom tomato. As you can see, they are not the prettiest tomatoes, but they are the tastiest. And they're nice and bold, and they have once you do an heirloom, you don't go back. It is something that we as a farmer love in our Delaware dirt to be able to bring to the market, to the farmer's market, the most delicious tomatoes in the market. Remember, you can only get these tomatoes at a farmer's market, the historic Lewes Farmers Market.
Yeah. So what do people tend to see in stores then when they are buying tomatoes?
They'll see a hybrid tomato.
Okay.
And the difference between a hybrid tomato and an heirloom tomato, besides what she was talking about, is an heirloom tomato is open pollinated.
Correct.
Which means that you save the seeds every year, and you plant the seed and you get the same fruit.
Okay, yeah.
A hybrid is a combination of a couple of different tomatoes, and so if you save those seeds, you're not going to get the same tomato. They're very good tomatoes. This is a hybrid tomato. It's a beautiful tomato, right? But to me, it doesn't have the great taste of an heirloom, but they're nice tomatoes, and you'll find these at the market,
And
farmer's market.
they're probably waxed if they're in the stores. So they have a coating on them to keep them, everything we want today is people want it, the shelf life. They want to keep it for weeks on end. And that's the one thing when I sell these at the farmers markets, I tell the people, eat it. Don't look at it, eat it. You come into the farmers market, you're going to get the freshest, the best from our farms to your table.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's also sort of plays into, you mentioned the heirloom tomatoes not being the prettiest. I actually, as somebody who's a very visual learner, I love them. I love the way they look. I love that they're, imperfect, I guess, so to speak. But I think when it comes to shopping at the grocery store in your supermarket, you might see something like that and you're like, oh, it doesn't look
You're missing out.
Good, but you're missing out.
If you turn this away because you just don't. And also, we don't really spray them. We're trying to keep the chemicals off of our food. So coming to the farmers market, you're gonna deal with people that care about our food as much as our customers do.
Yes, and I love that. I live for that. I also live for the fact that some of these tomatoes have been cut up, which means we're going to get to sample some of these, which I'm very excited about. So where should we start? What have you brought in today? Because there's quite a lot.
Well, we have the Cherokee Purple, which is in here.
All right.
We have the German Head in the middle. This is the Pineapple. Pineapple.
Pineapple.
So they're all names that are from years ago.
Yeah.
Whoever developed the seed or wherever they found the seed, and then they're keeping. We pass these seeds down through the family.
All right, well, I want to dive right into these. So where should I start?
Purple Cherokee.
Purple Cherokee. All right, here we go. Purple Cherokee. It's really juicy. It's not too sweet. It's just, what would you recommend with that? Is that like a good
Tomato sandwich, I think,
absolutely.
right?
Now we're talking. Tomato sandwiches
Little
is one
salt
of
and
my
pepper. That's all you need.
little salt and pepper, maybe even sometimes a little bit of mayo, and it's like the
Yeah,
best thing ever.
it would be great.
Love that. All right, who's next?
Well, we're going to do the German head,
Okay.
and I like to use a little balsamic vinegar with this.
Ooh, that sounds
And
great.
I love it in a salad. I just
Okay.
love it in a salad, but just a little balsamic vinegar, a little salt and pepper, and the tomato is the flavor, not throwing all that stuff on
Any
top of a
extra
salad.
thing.
Yeah, you don't need to with these tomatoes.
The tomato's the star.
That's right.
I wish that you could taste these tomatoes. I'm doing it for you, and I am enjoying every second of it because sometimes tomatoes on their own are a
Right.
little, you're like, I'm not
right.
sure about it. They can be a little bland, but this is so flavorful, so amazing. Again, so juicy. Like it just,
Remember,
perfect.
you can only get these at the farmer's market.
I will
so
be
have to go to
paying
the
you a
farmer's
visit.
market. Yeah.
I like this tomato. This is one of my favorite heirlooms is pineapple tomato.
Yeah, I'm
So
really
you have to
excited about
taste
this one.
I would take it and I would slice it. I would slice some fresh watermelon from the market and maybe a little bit of mozzarella and a little bit basil from the
absolutely.
garden, and that's what I would do with it.
just
It's a yellow tomato. I think you're going to find it's less acidic.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
Definitely.
Definitely less acidic. So yeah, if you are somebody that maybe you don't like that acidity, or maybe sometimes tomatoes just they don't sit well with you, this
Right.
one would be a good option for it.
Yeah,
So
get a
good.
yellow tomato.
Yep. And the colors. Look at the colors. If you have you're having a party, you have a cheese tray, you have a
they're
you want
beautiful.
you want to just have
I
a
love
fresh
cheese and tomato.
fresh farm dinner. You can't ask for anything better than that.
They all make great gazpachos too.
Yes.
Combine them at great gazpacho.
Oh my gosh. Well, you heard it from these ladies. And how beautiful do these tomatoes look? They look amazing. They taste even better than they look, which is hard to believe, but it's true. Give us the details one more time about the Tomato Festival.
It's Tomato Festival at George H.P. Smith Park in Lewes, Delaware, Saturday, August 5th, 8 to noon. If you got a tomato for the contest, bring that between 8 and 9:45, and we hope that, I know we're going to see something really great that's going to win that prize.
I'm sure you will. I can't wait. I'll have to be there.
And come taste some tomatoes. Come
Yes.
to the festival and taste some tomatoes.
Yes, you've got to taste them yourself because they are so, so good. But you know what else is going to be good? More Coast Life, which is headed your